Hey guys, it's Britt Garrison. Today's video is going to be a two-in-one, part tutorial, part demo. Wait, that's the same thing. It's going to be a part demo, part review. I'm going to show you how to do highlighting and contouring. That's been highly requested, and it's taken me probably like eons to record it, but it's finally here. And the good news is I'm using AJ Crimson's Creme foundations, which are amazing. They're a product that I use regularly within my makeup kit, and I just love them. So I guess with that being said, I'll go ahead and get started with my review. I'll just say this. I'm not surprised, because if you know AJ Crimson and you know his work, you know that he's fabulous, and his work is pretty much like flawless. So he's big on skin, and of course his foundation would be nothing short of that. So basically he has 8 different shades that are geared towards women of color, and as you can see, they have a lot of like golden undertones, and he's got like an olive-y kind of color to the far right. So, and then like look at this beautiful color right here. You do not see foundations that come this dark and that go on this smoothly. So here's how it looks. It's beautiful. So you can apply it in small portions. A little bit really goes a long way. And you can build the coverage up to how heavy that you want it to be. If you want it to be very sheer, you can mix it down. You can also mix it with other foundations or, you know, brands. And that's actually something that you'll see later on within the video. I mixed the highlight part underneath my eyes with my concealer, my Makeup Forever concealer. And it works great. So one thing that I do love the most about AJ Crimson's Creme foundations is the simple fact that they're a little bit more emollient than most cream foundations, and you know, they go on very like silky, and they blend right into the skin, and they don't even feel like anything's on your skin. So me being a makeup artist, of course, I love makeup. I love the wonders of it, and I think that it's an amazing transformation process when you put on makeup, not only appearance-wise, but just, you know, your energy, your spirit. But I feel like I don't necessarily like to wear makeup. And with AJ's foundations, even though you can get that full coverage, you don't feel like you're wearing a lot of makeup. So I absolutely love that, and I can appreciate that, because that means that I can walk around with my face beat like this the entire day and be comfortable. And that's a big thing for me, as well as like my clients that I work on. So that's that. And then another thing that I like is that because you can build it, you don't necessarily have to put on concealer before you put on your foundation. Now, you'll see when I take all of my makeup off and I start from scratch, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation in my skin. I've struggled with acne my entire life, so finding a foundation that can really cover all of the flaws and imperfection of my skin but not weigh it down too much is a difficult task within itself, especially considering that I'm a woman of color. So AJ's foundations are a go for me. I just love them. So as you can see, you can buy the Coverage Conceal and Contour palette, 8 different shades, all in one little sleek compact. But if you're just, you know, doing your own makeup, you can just get the full size product. So AJ Crimson, it comes in this cute little jar, and it's screw top, and it comes with a pusher to make sure that you know, your product stays in place. And yeah, I just think it's a really great product, and I love it. So my clients love it. Everybody, they literally want to take, they're like, can I take my shade home? And I'm like, no. Yeah, everybody loves it. And then the last thing is, like, look at this beautiful finish. Like, it really gives you like this youthful glow on your face, and it's nothing like I've ever seen before. Usually if it's a dewy foundation, it's like too dewy, especially cream foundations, but for this to be a cream and it to give you like this satiny kind of finish and, you know, not make you look too oily and like you're going to melt in like 2 seconds is a plus for me. So that's about it. I think I've just kind of ranted my life away, but that's the lowdown on AJ Crimson. So if you want to see how to use the product and do this contouring and highlighting kind of situation, then keep watching. I'm going to mix it with my Makeup Forever waterproof concealer. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I really like the consistency of the waterproof concealer under the eyes. It dries quick, so I feel like that's kind of like an advantage to like preventing things from really settling into the skin. And then I'm also going to mix a little bit of his number 1 just to kind of give that little olivey kind of feel to the color and make it a little bit more dramatic for the video's sake. I'm going to go ahead and just apply it underneath my eye area. I'm going to also take some and put it on the middle of my forehead and bring it down. Then I'm going to take it and put it right here on my chin, on my Cupid's bow. And then I just like to kind of like make a little guideline for now. And put your finger on your corner of your mouth, and then towards the middle of your ear, that's where the hollows of your contour is going to go. Not necessarily connect, but that's kind of like the imaginary line, right? So I'm just going to put that there. Just going to put that there. Okay? So you're going to look something crazy like this. And then the next color you can take, which is your foundation color, I'm going to use number 2. And I'm actually going to apply this one, or I'm sorry, I'm going to take number 3. And I'm going to apply this with a sponge just to kind of like get the application a little bit neater, because I feel like after you start, you know, moving outside of the inner portion of the face, you kind of do have to be a little bit precise. So I'm just going to put that right here. Not exactly the hollow. I'm going to leave a space for the darker foundation, but I'm going to just apply this towards the middle of my face. So basically your face is going to kind of be like an onion right now. So the center part of the onion is going to be the brightest part, and then as you get to the outer portion of your face, you really want it to kind of be like, you know, getting darker. And another good thing I love about AJ's foundations is that even though you can get like a full coverage, it doesn't feel like you're wearing a lot of makeup. And for me, that's important because even though I like to do makeup and I think it's pretty and everything when you have on makeup, but a lot of times I just don't like the feeling of makeup. So the fact that I can't really feel this is a good thing. And now, you guys, if I was going somewhere where I was going to be taking a lot of pictures, I would definitely conceal the dark marks on my face, but since this is just strictly for YouTube purposes, as well as demonstrating that you don't really need that with AJ's foundations because you can achieve a flawless finish without it, I just wanted to show you guys. The sponge and just kind of round it and then go on the sides of my nose. So what this is kind of doing is like forming a guideline on how we're going to contour our nose to make it look slimmer and longer. So after you have your color on your skin, go ahead and go in with your contour. So I'm going to mix a number 5 and a number 5 and a number 4. And I got this really nice like golden kind of brown color. But I want it a little bit darker, so I'm actually going to go in with number 7. I know most of you are going to like number 7, but it's going to look really pretty. So I'm just going to go in with a foundation brush, a flat one, just so I can draw a really precise line. Remember this hollow? So I'm going to act like I'm going to connect it to my mouth, but I'm not. I'm going to stop right once I get to the arch of my eyebrow. And so what this is doing, this is just giving us some cheekbones. If you have cheekbones, it's going to exaggerate that. I'm going to scoot this up just so I can get a little bit closer to my natural hairline. And then putting this dark color on your hairline is kind of going to like minimize the largeness of my forehead. And kind of bring the focus a little bit more inwards rather than someone being like, dang, she got a big forehead. After you have the outlines in your cheekbones, just kind of quickly just make a little line down. And then I also like to do my jawline. As you know, most of the time the foundation is the thing that's causing the flashback. So extend it down. That way, if anything's gonna flashback, it's gonna be your whole neck up, which is like fine, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like start softening this contour right here. This is a little bit more dramatic than I like it to be. But again, this is for the video's sake. And then if you want to take some off, you can just kind of take a dry sponge and just kind of blot it off. I'm just going back underneath my eyes with some of my concealer. And just remember, the farther you take this lighter color down, the more cheekbone space and highlighted that portion underneath your eyes will be. See what I mean? Now, if you have like a beauty blender or anything like that, that would be great too. A lot of times I really just like to feel the product. And I think your skin, because your hands are naturally just warm, it kind of warms in the product and helps it really like press into the skin. I'm just going to take any type of like powder brush, whatever. Some people like to use that dual fiber brush. I prefer to use like just any type of fluffy brush. And start on the inner portions of your face. You could do like soft circles. Just come down your nose a little bit. Do your chin area, underneath your cheekbones. Do your under your eye area. Start here and pull it up this way towards your face. Now, I'm more of the natural nose look. I just like to, you know, accentuate it a little bit more. So I like to just kind of rub it away.